Wait, a lot of Chinese car, right? When you walk near the car, they will do something. Either they light up. This one I noticed when I walk near. See, these lights turn on, and just now the screen sort of like. But must I press this button? Must I? Okay, guess I have to. I'm so spoiled now by all the modern Chinese cars that they just automatically unlock whichever door you are in proximity of when you have the keys in your pocket. Perhaps there is a setting over there. I'll look through it later. Okay, let's go to a brighter place to look at the car. One thing I like, this is a cue from Volkswagen. When you turn the steering wheel, there's some side lights that light up. I turn now, see that? Yeah. As I unwind the steering wheel, it will go off. See that? Yeah. There you go. That's nice. Damn, it's so easy to drive these cars. Panoramic roof. Lights. Your anus. Nah, just some random space. Do I need to press start? Because I hop in and it's like that. It's blasting aircon. Can I drive now? Can I drive now? Oh, I can. So when do I need the start and stop? Okay, it's on. Yeah, I believe I still need to shift. Still need to turn it on. Yeah. Anyway. Look at the camera, man. Is this not the best out there? The resolution. Brilliant. Okay, do you have... Okay. Okay. Very limited range of extension. So, oh, let's go. Ah, it is so nice. Yeah, man, EVs. So the interesting thing is this car is exactly the selling price of the Seal, which is a smidgen below 200,000. It looks very much like the Seal, and I presume, given that it's of the SUV form factor, there should be more room in the car, which visually it looks like it now. But the Seal is spacious as well. And of course, the Seal being a sedan, this one being an SUV, this one obviously would have an advantage when it comes to loading capacity. Rear visibility is tighter. Ooh, why my neighbor's car is all out? Wow, his G-Wagon, his Land Cruiser, his Corolla GR, and his Mini. Oh, they're painting. They're painting the condo. Yep. They couldn't recognize my car. Alright. Let's go. Turn off the lights. It is getting harder and harder to review electric cars because they are just so well made. Especially those from BYD. Seriously. I no longer have the ooh, that's a nice car. I'll let it pass first. That's a Jaguar XJ. Oh shit. That's a Jaguar XJ. Beautiful car. Sir, can I buy your car? You see, EVs, right? You have absolute zero. I mean, as a car reviewer, you have absolute zero concern or urge to see whether, come on, go. Thank you. To want to judge whether it accelerates fast enough or not, right? There's no incentive in doing it because it's an EV, and you have no incentive in the need to judge whether the soundproofing is good or not, because all EVs are quiet and most China EVs are double glazed, right? The windows are double glazed. It's so nice. So this is essentially a taller riding BYD Seal. I presume the acceleration times will be slower because it is a larger car. But everything else, my God. Wait, what is that that's poking me? Man. Ah. It is so nice. It is so plush. So nicely built. Where's the heads-up display? Oh, it's there. Huge. This one, infrared. Okay, I'll go through the interior later, but man. You know what? I just saw some TikTok Japanese news that says that BYD's...
Hi there.
Cancel.
Okay.
BYD's EV car sales in Japan beat the EV car sales of Toyota, which is not a huge deal because Toyota isn't big on EVs and BYDs are. But this is Japan we're talking about. This is Japan. And traditionally, Toyota is the kingpin in Japan, and they still are. And it's not, we're not talking big numbers here. We're talking about like 2,000 over units, you know. But BYD being a Chinese brand, and you know Japan and China is like, and yeah, man, it's crazy. Oh, there's so many plastics to peel off. Since they need to peel it off anyway, I think I'll do it later when I do the in-car video. I mean, they need to. Oh, so nice! My God. Seriously. People who drive these kind of cars, when it comes to changing to the next one, they will, you know, just walk into a German premium brand dealership, sit inside, look around, touch around, and begin scratching their head. Like, what do I get? What do I get but when I pay 100,000-200,000 more? What do I get? Yeah, I think that's how they'll feel. Oh, so nice. EV acceleration, quietness, competent handling. Oh, man, how do you argue against this? Okay. Now it's just the struggle of trying to guess which Chinese car will put the signal stock on the left and which will put it on the right. Yeah, So this car is on the right, just like Japanese cars. Others will have it on the left. And some will have different models within the brand having it on either side, right? It is so nice. It is so nice. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask a question just now. Tell me, do you prefer EVs that need you to start the car, or you prefer EVs? Ooh, you prefer EVs that just when you walk up to the car, it unlocks itself, you sit in, and then immediately you can drive off. Which type do you prefer? Let me know. I understand why BYD does this. That means you walk up to the car, probably there's a setting somewhere that you can set it to unlock when you walk near the car, or you have to physically press the button on the door for it to unlock itself, and then you come in and then you press the start button, and then you go. It's more familiar to people like me who drive combustion cars. Oh, look at it, very tidy. Sit and control. Suspension is great. Brake and steer at the same time. And on my signals, go, go, go. Please, go, go, go. Yeah, there we go. What? Why is this a red light? That side is turning, I should be able to go straight. Oh man, it's so comfy. Visibility is good. Side mirrors are on the doors instead of the base of the A-pillar. The gap is wide enough, I can see through it. There's a little window here. Just the rear visibility is narrower, but it's fine. Keep eyes on the road. These little infrared sensors is watching me, whether I'm watching the road or not. Yeah. Keeping an eye on me. Oh my god, the signal stalks, the steering, everything just feels so premium. How will the traditional premium brands, the Lexus, Volvo, Audi, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, what are the things they need to do to differentiate themselves from cars like these? And this is just BYD we're talking about. They're not even premium, right? In China, you have NIO, you have all the other brands. I can't name them all. There are so many of them. And it is scary just to think about it. It is scary. From the looks of it, at least, I mean, the Audis, the Mercedes, the BMWs, they still have the US market, the internal combustion engine markets, the European markets and all that, right? They still have all that. But in countries where EVs are highly promoted or encouraged, I can't see how they compete. I really cannot see how they compete. This is genuinely superior to the EQE or EQS. The i5 and the i7 is genuinely good, probably better in terms of just the way they build it, you know, the kind of supreme comfort that is out of this world. The i7, if you have never ride in one, is par on par, no difference to a Rolls-Royce Spectre when it comes to the ride quality and the comfort levels. Of course, in terms of material, in terms of exquisite metal and all that, Rolls-Royce definitely has the budget to throw all those things in, right? But in terms of the quietness of the ride, the drive, the suspension, the comfort, there is practically zero difference between an i7 and a Spectre, right? 2.3 million versus What's the price of that thing? 600,000, 700,000? It's scary. And what about the lower end of the EVs? How do you go from this? And all of those Chinese cars are built like that now. It is scary. I tell you, you pass this car to, BYD, you just drop one
Hello.
of... Bye-bye.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Bye.
All right.
Why do I feel like Tony from LC Sign? Okay. I mean, seriously. Oh, there's a Hyundai Ioniq. Double the price of this. Exactly what I said, right? To match the range of the Chinese, the Koreans need to put in all the batteries, and then they don't have the price advantage. They end up very expensive. And then when you ride in one and see what you get versus these types, you'll be wondering, where did that 100,000 ringgit went? Where did they go? It's crazy. Oh, I was just about to say, if someone were to drop one of this car, drop it to Alfa Romeo factory, and just let them have the car, try to come up with something that would persuade consumers to pick theirs over this. I think the room will be silent. The room will be silent. Because I recently drove a modern Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, an SUV as well, in Japan. That's an ICE car, not an EV. But I'm not even talking about the EV part, the drivetrain, the electric motor. I'm not even talking about those. I'm just solely talking about the build, the fit and finish, the engineering precision. You see, BYD doesn't need to buy billboards everywhere to promote their cars. Audi is doing it and telling you they have a big discount going on. They don't need to. It is scary. I think the smarter European brands will be the ones that quickly go to China, discuss with them, talk to them, invite them to JV with the European makes in Europe, share, swap or whatever, in order to try to survive. Because if this goes on, there's nothing much they can do. If they don't JV to tap into China's vast supplier network, there is very little chance for the smaller European brands to survive. Alfa Romeo, Renault, Dacia and all that. Yeah, the Europeans probably will still support them for a while and then try to raise trade barriers to prevent Chinese cars from arriving. That's very Qing dynasty, There's only so much you can do. The problem isn't even your European labor salary is no longer that. China's factory worker salaries are very high now. For Malaysians who don't know, probably we're still paying 2,500 ringgit in factories these days for workers. China, they're paying 8,000 yuan, which is what, 5,000 ringgit? They're paying that kind of salary in China now in their factory, for their factory workers. They are not cheap. Their factory workers are not cheap. They're all highly skilled, and they are no longer a low labor. I mean, American politicians like to say that, but that's not the truth. Their salaries are high. It's their crazy scale and supplier network quick R&D turnaround time. Do you know R&D burns a lot of money? It burns billions and billions, and all those goes into the cars, right? But it's the way they do their crazy turnaround time that vastly cuts down on the costs that results in the cost savings. And if you buy the crap that, people say, oh, the Chinese government subsidize every single car maker. China now makes the highest number of cars in the world, okay? They're only exporting not a lot from their total industry volume. Imagine if Chinese government subsidize every single car. They're gonna go broke. Don't be naive thinking that the Chinese government has a money pool that cannot be depleted, and they are subsidizing every single human being in this world when they buy their cars. If they are doing that, the sub-brand of Geely won't bankrupt, right? The other company, what is it called? Human Horizons, Hi-Fi X. The company has went bankrupt, bust, all right? It's not as easy as what the American politicians like to say. Whenever they lose out to China, they will just give an easy answer. Oh, they steal it from us. Oh, they subsidize it. Oh, they have slave workers in their factories. Oh, yeah, go on. You just go on, and then, oh my God, it's scary. You know what I feel like now? I'm sitting here. If I go back to my Audi, I will feel that, oh, that's a cheap car. And look at this acceleration. Why do I need an M5, an RS6 for the acceleration figures? Back then when you buy a European premium car, you have tangible physical advantages, right? On the highway, you accelerate faster, you have a higher top speed, you are more stable when you travel at high speed, you corner better, you accelerate better. Your cars are genuinely better from A to Z, hence the price. Now, the brand, yeah, you can say so with a Porsche. I mean, do people still feel that driving an Audi, a BMW, a Mercedes-Benz is a very proud thing? I don't know, man. It's crazy. BYD. Yeah, the logo is hideous. But do people care? People don't care. The car looks good, it's comfortable, it's fast, it's high-tech, it's well built. Cubby spaces are aplenty, spacious. BYD, nombor satu.
Hi there.
Bye-bye.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Bye.
Got it.
I cannot stand those Chinese AI-generated American slangs, not slang, accent. In most European apps, it will be probably, okay, I'm not the best person to emulate the accent. It will probably be a more proper got it or okay, something like that. But the Chinese would do got it. Got it. Okay. Turn. Grips really well. Turns well. And then off you go. Leaving the M5 behind. Probably not the latest. Okay, that one is fast, but that one makes a lot of noise while doing it. Okay, let's feel the weight. Wow, that's a lot of weight. those really well. The other day I was just saying I hate the Alphard for making me like it, and now what do I do? You see, you can't overtake this kind of gap in a petrol combustion car. You need the first few meters to scream, "Wah!" Then you accelerate, and then it carries so much kinetic force in all the, you know, in an ICE car, right? When you did the "Wah!" during that time, if you want to brake, you will feel an immense, do I call it G-force? Like, you know why? A Swedish engineer explained it to me. When your engine's pistons are spinning at high speeds together with the crankshaft, all of those heavy metals spinning, and they are connected to probably a dual clutch or a transmission or a torque converter to a transmission, blah blah, whatever. And then the whole transmission is this size, the metals inside all spinning, connected to the drive shaft spinning, the drive shaft connected to your tie rods or your whatever output shafts, to your wheels. All of that carries immense kinetic energy when you are accelerating in an ICE combustion car. And all those forces, when you want to brake, regardless of your speed, probably your speed is at 35, but you just baru nak accelerate, and all those things spinning up, it carries so much energy. Hence why when you try to apply a heavy brake after doing an immediate acceleration, it takes so much braking force compared to when you were compared to an EV. It's like nothing. You know, it's just that little motor connected to your wheels spinning from an instruction, not a bunch of metals all being connected together. I don't know how much they weigh, and they are all spinning at the same time, and you have to cancel all that with two little brake pads. You know, in the future when, oh my god, the buttons look so good. ACC active. Okay. Distance. Oh, two separate buttons. Very good for increasing and decreasing distance, and then increasing the speed. Brilliant. Okay. And what else do I need? ACC activated. How? Keep my eyes on the road. Yep, I'll keep my eyes on the road. It's not super jammed now, so I don't need to keep right. I'll just let the car drive itself. Please turn the steering wheel gently to, oh my god, this is so, oh, this is a good improvement. Yeah. I remember previously I said that BYD's is not, okay, let's try. The true test comes when a car wants to cut in and I do nothing about it. Alright? And I love the screen in the middle telling me everything that it sees. Okay, braking already. The car in front, I've already seen it. The car begins to slow down. Yep. Very gradually. Very nice. Just this alone tells me it's better than Toyota's system. You see, how do you argue against something like this? See, the car behind me, the BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe, is the cheapest BMW family car. From that, you come in here, or from this, you go to that. This guy who bought a BYD will never in any way
Hi there.
Cancel.
Sorry, I'm not sure what you mean.
Cancel. Thank you.
All right.
See, the guy sitting in the BMW 2 Series Grand Coupe behind will never... No, what I mean. Someone who has owned this will never go to that. 100%. They will never. Because they don't see what do they get out of it. They really do not see what do they get out of it. Let's assume there is a EV version of that, okay? With the same interior build quality, the same infotainment and all that, right? They will never, because once you are exposed to this, you're like, it's very difficult. Crazy. They need to work very, very hard. If not, they're doomed. Right? And resistance is futile when it comes to resisting the transition to EVs. Why? Because in terms of adaptive cruise control, in traffic jam and all that, right? Level 4 looming, as in, just imagine slowly when certain cities demand that on certain stretches of road, you have to activate your adaptive cruise control. Let's say sometime in the future, right? When all cars have radar, LiDAR and all that. You see, in Europe, when you drive any car in Europe, because they have digital radio, right? So in Europe, technically speaking, everyone's radio is connected. So if you're driving in Switzerland, you're driving a British car in Switzerland, and in front of you, in the tunnel, there is an accident. A few kilometers before you reach there, your radio will suddenly inform you that there is an accident in the tunnel there, in across EU, in Europe, right? So they are technically connected. So in the future, I can imagine in a safer environment where the mandates come in, whereby all the car makers must have these devices, whereby if you want to sell in Europe, you must have this. It can be easily done, right? Where your adaptive cruise control and your LiDAR, radar, blah, 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 is somewhat intercommunicating, so that they can enact certain stretches of city boundary or between cities to be mandated to use adaptive cruise control. And that means all cars are aware of one another. It will be extremely safe. Extremely safe. When the time comes to implement higher end, more high-tech self-driving capacity, ICEs will not be able to integrate that well compared to EVs. Oh well. So good. Alright, finish on my rant. I don't think this is a proper review of this car. Cheers. Time to return the car. Yeah, we loaned this car from BYD Sisma Auto at Glenmarie here, because we haven't got a test car yet, but they are so nice to loan us the car. Yeah, thank you so much. Let me park it back. I guess any parking would do lah. Yeah. Such a nice car. If every Chinese car drives, EV or ICE lah, if they benchmark themselves and drives like a BYD, right, they will dominate, because now not all Chinese cars drive as well as these in terms of ride, handling, comfort, suspension and all that. But if they were to all ride like this, drive like this, right, it's gonna put every single brand on notice. Crazy. Again, thank you so much guys. Hey, they didn't pay me to do this. I loaned the car from them.